everyone, welcome to a little video about the Unit 3 quiz review. Let's get started. In number 1 through 4, we're going to be doing substitution. In number 1, I see a y equals. So that means I'm going to plug that in, I'm going to substitute it in to the other equation instead of y. So my first equation becomes 4x minus 3, but instead of y, I'm going to put 3x minus 5. Now let's solve it like a regular equation. First, I'm going to distribute the 3. So I've got 4x minus 9x plus 15, and it equals negative 35. On the left side, you should notice that we have two x's. Let's combine those like terms. 4x minus 9x is negative 5x. The rest stays the same. Next, let's subtract 15 from both sides because that's the opposite of adding 15. They cancel there. So we've got negative 5x on the left. Negative 35 minus 15 gives us negative 50 on the right. And of course, we finish this up by dividing both sides by negative 5 because that's the number next to x. X equals 10. Now, unfortunately for us, we're not done. We do have to plug that into y equals to find out what y is. Well, y equals 3x minus 5, and luckily for us, we already know what x is. It's 10. Let's plug it in. Y equals 3 times 10 minus 5. Y equals 25. To finish up, we write our answer, 10, 25. All right, number 2. Now, number 2 has an x equals, which means we're going to be plugging this into x. So we've got 2, and instead of x, we put y plus 3, plus 2y equals 2. Same steps, let's distribute. Bloop. So we've got 2y plus 6 plus 2y equals 2. Let's combine like terms. The two 2y's. 2. So 2y plus 2y is 4y. So we've got 4y plus 6 equals 2. Now let's subtract 6 from both sides. We end up with 4y equals negative 4. And of course, let's divide both sides by 4 because that's the number next to y. Y equals negative 1. All right, lucky us, we got what y equals. Now we've got to figure out x. Now in order to find out x, we're going to use the x equals equation, just like we did in the other one, but with y equals. Well, x equals y plus 3, which means x equals negative 1 plus 3, because that's what we found for y. X equals 2. So our answer is 2, negative 1. All right, up to 3 we go. Another y equals 1. Perfect. So since we have a y equals, we're going to plug into y. Just make some space. All right, so we're going to start 2x plus 5, but instead of y, 3x minus 3, and it still equals 19. All right, let's solve it just like we solved the previous two by distributing first. Bloop, bloop. So we got 2x plus 15x minus 15 equals 19. Let's combine these like terms. 2x's plus 15x's is 17x's. The rest stays the same. Next, because we had a minus 15, we're going to add 15 to both sides. So now we have that 17x equals 34. And of course, let's finish up by dividing both sides by 17. And we find out that x equals 2, which is fantastic. We got half of our answer. Now we need to find out what y is. y equals 3x minus 3, which means y equals 3 times 2 minus 3, because that's what we found for x. Y equals 3. So our answer is 2, 3. Let's do one more substitution. Another x equals. Fantastic. So we got that x equals 3y minus 10, so we're substituting for x. All right. So 3, parenthesis, 3y minus 10 plus 2y equals 14. Same steps. Let's start with distributing. 3 times 3 is 9y, then minus 30, plus 2y equals 14. Let's connect our like terms, the 9 and 2y. 9 plus 2 is 11, so we have 11y minus 30 equals 14. Now, since we had a minus 30, let's add 30 to both sides. So that 11y equals 44. Oh no. Oh no, that's supposed to be pink. It's supposed to be pink. Let's try it again. There we go. And let's divide both sides by 11. It's supposed to be pink. I'm going too fast for my tablet. Y equals 4. We got y. Now, since we have y, we can figure out x by using the x equals equation. Since x equals 3y minus 10, and we found out what y is, we can go ahead and rewrite it as 3 times 4 minus 10, which gives us x equals 2. Let's finish our problem by writing 2, 4. All right, onwards we go. Let's do a couple of graphing problems. In number 5, we have y equals negative x plus 1 and y equals 1/2 x minus 2. Let's graph them. Now, for the negative x, that's our slope. Negative x is actually negative 1x. So our slope is negative 1 over 1. And our y-intercept is 1, because that's the number right here. For the second one, our our slope, my bad, is 1/2. And our y-intercept is negative 2. If you wanted to jot this down, your slope is your direction, and your y-intercept is your start. Let's graph that. The first equation starts at 1. The slope is negative 1, so down 1 to the right 1 until I run out of space. The second equation starts at negative 2, and the slope is 1/2, so I go up 1 to the right 2. Oh, I already see the answer where they overlap. There we go. Our answer is right here, which is 2 for our x, negative 1 for y. Let's graph another. In number 6, the first equation has a slope of 4 over 3. The second equation has a slope of negative 4 over 3. The y-intercepts are negative 4 and 4. Let's graph. All right, so the first equation starts at negative 4, goes up 4 to the right 3. The second equation starts at positive 4 and goes down 4 to the right 3. So the negative always tells us up or down. We always go to the right. Okay, here's our answer. For the x's, that's 3. But for the y's, it doesn't look like we have a number. But what is in between 1 and negative 1? 0. Beautiful. Last one. For these, both of these slopes are negative 2. That's nice and simple. Don't forget that negative 2 is actually negative 2 over 1. Any whole numbers over 1. And then for our y-intercepts, we've got 4 and -1. Let's graph. The first one starts at 4 and goes down 2 to the right 1. And I'm just going to keep going until I run out of space to make a nice graph. Okay. The second one starts at -1, also goes down 2 to the right 1. Here they are connected. Do they cross? No. So the solution is no solution. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to ask me or whoever it is you're working with on this. Otherwise, good luck on your quiz and have a wonderful rest of whatever day it is for you. Bye!